Hey guys, today we're going to work on creating our own single panel comic. And a single panel comic can be really powerful. Just one image, and you can have word bubbles or you can have a caption underneath, but just one single image to tell a story that's maybe funny or impactful in some kind of way. Now, one of the masters of this was a guy named Gary Larsons, and he would create these comics with kind of a twist on everyday activities, but putting kind of a funny spin on it. Larson started working in the 80s with a comic called Far Side, and what happened was Far Side kind of paved the way to a whole new comic evolution. And you get comics like Bizarro, and you get comics like Suicidal Bunnies, that there's almost not even a story in some of these Suicidal Bunnies ones. Sometimes the ridiculousness of the contraptions they create to put themselves in danger is both stupid and interesting. Now, one of the best things we can do when we're making a comic is to make it about us. Make it about what's happening in our real lives and the things that we're dealing with that everyone's dealing with, so we all understand it, but we also kind of think it's kind of ridiculous. To that end, you see I've included a lot that are dealing with education or even an art class, some things that are topical for us. And we're going to come up with something topical when we do our projects. So your job is to come up with a one-panel comic that's funny and interesting, and Sharpie it, erase it, and color it. You can try coloring it on the computer, but we haven't yet gotten to instructions on how to do that. I'll include those in an upcoming assignment. The first thing you need to do is generate a whole bunch of ideas. Here you can see I drew a bunch of different thumbnails and I came up with some ideas. Real simple, didn't make them too complex. And I'm thinking about that. It's great to see you all, but then I'm looking at a computer with all these little icons, or, great to see your faces, but we're all so spread out in a classroom and almost no one's in the class. Here's one of the finished ones that I did, because you'll have to make at least one finished one. And you're welcome to make more if you feel like you did it so quick and easy. So it says, it's great to see all your smiling faces, but there's nothing but icons on the screen. So I thought that was kind of like a funny take on these meets and our enthusiasm to be back together. The other one I did was welcome back, and I kind of thought about like my setup, how it's all kind of sequestered and almost walled in, and then it's like welcoming students back, but the message isn't necessarily welcome back. It's kind of welcome back with a question mark more. So you guys will be required to make one page of thumbnails. Definitely do not just steal your idea from the internet. You need to come up with your own idea. Make it something topical. Think about what we're going through. Find something funny in it that is also universal for everybody who's kind of dealing with this, and go from there. Generate a bunch of thumbnail ideas on one sheet, and then your second sheet, you're going to make a single panel comic. It can be square, but it can be a different format also. And ink it, erase it, and color it. If you feel comfortable, you can try coloring it on the computer, but it's not a requirement. And remember to draw big, be confident, and be interesting.